The Sun King, he's Louis the 14th. The French monarch, that's the king who was young. A 4-year-old, mom was Anne of Austria. Mazarin was his chief minister. Reigned for 72 years. Louis was born in Saint-Germain-en-Laye, France. He died in Versailles. Louis was the absolute monarch. Now let's talk about Cardinal Mazarin. He was Italian. He wasn't French. He was seen as an outsider. He set back the power of the nobles. The nobles tried to fight back, and that's the Fronde. They got back from the war, and they didn't like new taxes. Parliament was against. The nobles of the road led the first Fronde. The second Fronde was led by the nobles of the sword. They wanted to increase their power. Fronde was crushed by 1652. Mazarin died and Louis took over. French enemies, that's who he didn't like. He fought the Dutch, and that's the one he didn't like. Franco-Dutch War, that's one war that France fought. Alliance between 3 countries. England, the Dutch, and Sweden, that's the Triple Alliance. Franco-Dutch War ends with Peace of Nijmegen. France got Spain cities. Therefore, Louis fought a lot of wars for France. Now let's talk about Versailles.
Versailles, that's the gilded cage. Old lodge transformed into a palace. Beautiful, it has a lot of gold. Louis used it to watch the nobles. He controlled them using the Versailles. It was an honor to assist Louis. He showed off money to make France look cool. Other monarchs copied and cried for their own Versailles. Not in Paris. Louis he don't like. Appartemente was held at night. Hall of Mirrors, 357 mirrors, 25% of French income, yeah. A Catholic, that's Louis XIV. The Huguenots, he didn't allow them to practice. He passed the Edict of Fontainebleau. It revoked, gone the Edict of Nantes. No more Protestants. The destruction of Huguenot churches, nah. They sought asylum in England, yeah. Louis XIV, that's one king, one law, one faith.
Now here's some stuff about the finances of France.
Jean-Baptiste Colbert, he's in charge of the money. He sought to increase power and wealth of France, mercantilism regulation, decrease the imports and increase the exports. He founded new luxury industry for France, raised taxes of foreign manufactured goods, special privileges to new industries, floating off those goods on merchant marine, burden of taxes onto peasants. Policies were self-defeating, more powerful king depleting treasury. France became broke with more economic growth.
Now here's some stuff about the end of Louis's reign.
War of the League of Augsburg, Louis fought. Economic depression France don't like. Ended with Treaty of Ryswick. Louis died in 1715. France was poor and in debt. His grandson was only 5 years old. Louis's reign was very long. Louis XIV was the absolute monarch.